Hi everyone, my name is Irene and today I'll be going over how to evaluate the areas of triangles and quadrilaterals. In case you've forgotten, triangles are 3-sided polygons and quadrilaterals are 4-sided polygons. The plan for today is to go over how to find the area of rectangles, triangles, parallelograms, and trapezoids in that order. Remember, area is the amount of space that a flat surface takes up. So first, let's start with how to find the area of a relatively simple shape, the rectangle. Here we have a grid with a length of 5 units and a width of 3 units. In order to find the amount of space that this shape takes up, we need to add the number of square units that are inside of it. This top row has 5 squares, this middle row also has 5 squares, and, you guessed it, the last row is also made up of 5 squares. If we add up these amounts, we get 15. As you may remember, repeated addition is the same as multiplication. If we take 5, which is the number of squares in each of the rows, and multiply it by 3, the number of rows, we get the same answer, 15. It turns out that whatever numbers we use, multiplying the length by the width will always give you the area of the rectangle. Therefore, the area formula for a rectangle is A equals L times W, when A represents area, L represents the length, and W represents the width. Let's practice using this formula. Let's do the first problem together. As we can see from the picture, the length appears to be 4 and the width appears to be 8. If we plug these numbers into the formula, we get 4 times 8, which is equal to 32. And that's the answer. Try the next one on your own. You can pause the video for however long you need to solve the problem. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. Multiplying the length 11 and the width 2.5 will give you 27.5 as the answer. Now on to number 3. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. 8.5 times 5 gives you an area of 42.5. How about number 4? The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. If you're getting the hang of this, you'll know that 13 times 6 will give you the area, which is 78. Finally, number 5. Find the area of a standard piece of paper with a length of 8.5 inches and a width of 11 inches. Write the answer in correct units. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. Multiplying 8.5 and 11 gives you 93.5. Since both measurements were in inches, multiplying inches by inches will give us inches squared as our units. Just a side note, areas are usually expressed as a square of a certain measurement, as you will see throughout the rest of this video. Let's move on to the next shape. Triangles. The area formula for a triangle actually comes from the rectangle area formula. So let's go back to our original rectangle and cut it in half diagonally to make 2 equivalent triangles. Thus, each triangle's area is half of the rectangle's area. We previously found that the rectangular area is 15 square units, so the area of one triangle is 7.5 square units. Based on this, the formula of a triangle is half of the length times the width. But for a triangle, we call these variables the base and the height instead. Remember that the slant of a triangle, which is this side, is not part of the area formula, so make sure to clearly distinguish it from the height. Let's do the first problem. The base is 4. The height, which is indicated by this dotted line right here, is 6. Thus, the area is 4 times 6 divided by 2, which is ultimately equal to 12. Remember that multiplying by 1/2, or 0.5, is the same as dividing by 2. As I said before, the slant of the triangle, which is 6.32 in this case, is not part of the formula. Try number 2 on your own. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. The base, 8, times the height, 5, divided by 2 is equal to 20. Now go on to number 3. Make sure you're multiplying the base times the height, not the base times the slant. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. The base is 5.6 while the height is 6.5, not 8.2. 5.6 times 6.5 divided by 2 is 18.2. Let's move on to question 4. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. Following the formula, 7 times 3.2 divided by 2, or multiplied by 0.5, is equal to 11.2. Now number 5. Find the area of a perfectly triangular Dorito chip with a base of 6.4 centimeters and a height of 7.6 centimeters. Write the answer using correct units. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. 6.4 times 7.6 divided by 2 is equal to 24.32. Since we're multiplying centimeters by centimeters, the area will be in square centimeters. Thus, the area of this Dorito chip will be 24.32 square centimeters. Let's take a look at a parallelogram. This one is also related to the rectangle formula, so let's go back to the original rectangle again. When we place the original rectangle over the parallelogram, we see that there's a small triangular section excluded. This triangular section is actually identical to the triangular section excluded from the parallelogram. Thus, the areas of these two shapes are equivalent. Likewise, the formula for a parallelogram will be the same as the rectangles, except that we call the variables the base and the height. Unlike a rectangle, however, a parallelogram has a slant that can be easily confused with the height, so remember to correctly differentiate the two when finding the area. For the first problem, we see that the base is 8. The height is 6 according to this dotted line, while the slant is 6.5. The formula is base times height, so the area is 8 times 6, or 48. Now on to question number 2. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. The base here is 15, while the height is 3, not 3.6. Thus, the area is 15 times 3, or 45. Question 3. Remember that you can pause at any time to solve these problems on your own before checking your answers. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. The base is 8.5 and the height is 4.2, so the area is 35.7, the product of these two numbers. Time for question 4. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. 22 is the base, while 2 is the height. Multiplying these two numbers gives us an area of 44. Now for number 5. Find the area of the top of an eraser, which is this portion right here, with a base of 80 millimeters, a height of 25 millimeters, and a slant of 27 millimeters. Write the answer using correct units. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. We can disregard the measure of the slant since it's not part of the area formula. The height times the base is equal to 80 millimeters times 25 millimeters, or 2,000 square millimeters. Finally, for the last shape we'll be covering today, trapezoids. Let's, again, go back to our original rectangle. This formula will be based on the triangle area formula rather than the rectangle area, so we'll just be using this grid as a reference. First, let's define these measures as variables in order to make it a little bit clearer as to where the formula is coming from. Let's define this top base as base 1, or B1, and this bottom base as base 2, or B2. Then let's define this dotted line as the height, or H. Then let's divide this trapezoid into two triangles by drawing a diagonal line. We're going to find the areas of these two triangles, then we're going to add them together to find the area of the trapezoid. So the first rectangle, which is shaded in purple, will have an area of B1 times the height multiplied by 0.5, as according to the formula. Then the second triangle, which is shaded in yellow, will have an area of B2 times the height multiplied by 0.5, as according to the formula. Then we'll add these two triangles together to get the total area, which is 12 square units. This formula can be found by adding the areas of the two triangles together, then factoring out 0.5 h from each term. Then we are left with 0.5 times h multiplied by b1 plus b2. This is where the trapezoid area formula comes from. Now let's do some practice. The top base in question 1 is 5, the bottom base is 7, and the height is 5, not 5.5. Always make sure to be careful about distinguishing between the height and the slant with quadrilaterals. Now let's plug these values into the formula. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 multiplied by 5 divided by 2 is 30. Try number 2. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. This trapezoid is on its side. Remember that this square indicates a right angle, meaning that 10 is actually the height. The top base plus the bottom base is equal to 5 plus 3, or 8. 8 times 10 divided by 2 is 40. Question 3. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 times 8 is 56, and 56 multiplied by 0.5 is equal to 28. Time for question 4. We're almost done with trapezoids. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. The sum of 5.4 and 9.6 is 15. 15 multiplied by 8.2 divided by 2 is equal to 61.5. Now on to the last question for today's lesson. Find the area of one of the sides of a popcorn bag with a top base of 4 inches, a bottom base of 3 inches, a height of 8 inches, and a slant of 9 inches. Write the answer using correct units. The answer will be revealed in 3, 2, 1. Again, we can disregard the slant measurement since it's not part of the area formula. The bases added together equals 7 inches. 7 inches times 8 inches times 0.5 is equal to 28 square inches. That's it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more practice, there's an additional worksheet as well as a homework sheet attached in the description box below, along with their answer keys. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, don't hesitate to contact me at the email address below. It's also linked in the description for your convenience. If you have any requests for future videos, please submit a request on our website, taskteam.org, which is also linked in the description. Until next time.